This is the Niger Delta, a vast swamp in Nigeria where the river Niger meets the Atlantic.
We have a belief that the air, water, space here is occupied by the gods. I used to go to the river and meditate most morning, but now you cannot, because gas and oil exploration has driven away these gods so far away.
In 1956, Shell drilled the first oil well in the delta in a village called Oloibiri. Today, Nigeria is the 8th biggest oil exporter in the world.
I don't think it's anything we can be proud of. Because this oil was discovered in the delta, people have known no peace.
The city of crude oil, land where the milk and the honey flows. The glory of Nigeria, the pride of Africa, they were living in the dark.
This fuel and they use this fuel now from this our area. Now we they make Nigeria self rich, but if you come to the Niger Delta, you cannot see anything single of anything, especially the environment. We don't have where to live. We don't have better hospital. We don't have anything. And now when they look, this oil, all these things, the one that they use, meanwhile they talk now from my area gone, but see the condition why they, I be illiterate, I don't even go to school because of school fees.
Ife and Tina are volunteers for environmental rights action, the Nigerian Friends of the Earth. They go around the delta to document the impact of the oil industry on communities.
Since we can't fight, we don't have gun, the only voice we have is this video editing. They say we no sabi book, we don't know book, so we can't write much. But if we are able to do a small film of what is happening to us, film, it will go to the internet and the whole world will see it.
This is crude oil all over the bush and in fact all the surrounding streams and rivers.
There have been 5,000 major oil spills in the delta in 50 years. 1.5 million tons of oil has been discharged into the creeks, farms and forests. That is like one Exxon Valdez disaster every year for 50 years.
Since Shell started operation here and some oil spillages, fish, crayfish, lobster, crab, up to snake, they died.
And even the snake, the oil has killed all. Small children are dying.
See, the cassava, they don't rot to finish. The oil now spoil and like this. So. Our plantain, cassava, cocoyam, everything don't die finish.
All our food, all our fish die finish.
Like our fish ponds that have been damaged, we know that it's a direct effect to us. Our plants, the loss of livelihood, no compensation. So we just lost total, in fact, nothing. And if you talk, the next thing as soon as you talk is military intervention. That is what they do here.
The community asked us to go and do the cleanup. The odor. Me, I was 5 months pregnant. I miscarried. We are 9 women who miscarried.
We know the number of barrels of oil being produced a day.
Every day, 2 million barrels of oil comes up from thousands of meters down in the earth.
If you get to the community, we are benefiting nothing. Nothing.
The oil is mixed with natural gas. The ice formed on this pipe shows that the oil from this particular well contains lots of gas. Then, most of this natural gas is burnt off in gas flares. Why? Because gas is difficult to ship across the Atlantic. The oil companies can pump the oil faster if they don't have to take care of the gas. Wasting it costs them nothing.
When you stand near that gas flare, the heat, there is something in the fire that when it comes out, it stings in the skin. You lose taste, your tongue, you won't even feel your lips, and it itches. Even at night, you can't sleep, you'll be scratching your skin. Poison fire. See a storm. Inside the fire, a cyclone.
Gas flaring in Nigeria releases as much greenhouse gases as 18 million cars. The waste gas worth billions of dollars per year. It could be used to generate electricity for Africa, or it could be re-injected into the earth and kept there for the future. But they burn it. The delta is densely populated with some 20 million people. Many of the flares are located in village lands, some just a few hundred meters from the houses. The flares cause acid rain that damages crops and soil, and they emit hundreds of different toxic substances that are known to cause respiratory disease and cancer.
This is the hell we've been living with for the past 32 years. We have cases that are associated with lungs, breathing problems, asthmatic patients all over the community. Virtually every food we eat from this community is polluted by gas. We are not saying they should give us money. We are saying that gas flaring has to stop. Whichever means they want to do it, we do not know.
One shell, we go one shell, we go one shell, we go one shell. In our community, in our community.
People have protested the destruction of their environment since oil drilling began.
Since 1957, a line was there. Their pipeline is still there till now. Shell has not done anything. They should not come this time.
And it is also believed by our people that because these gods are angry, they now possess these boys to fight back. All this kidnapping they are seeing, we attribute it that these boys are possessed by angry gods.
Violence attracts violence. Peace attracts peace. The oil companies has introduced restiveness and violence in our society. Division, divide and conquer and all that there's no more peace. Unlike what we were living, how we were living in our ancient days.
Comrade Che is a retired trade union man and a lifelong social activist and organizer in the Delta.
Like the young lady who is with me here, she is the chairperson of Egi Women Congress. They joined forces with me. International NGOs were coming. They were going around the communities. They were seeing the gas flaring and the damages done by this gas flaring. At a point in time, I realized that the government was disappointing us because they were saying that they want to stop gas flaring. 204, 206, 208, oil companies, the NNPC, the government itself. And we come to see that they're not doing it. But since I don't believe in violence, I felt that I should take this matter to court. We mean business and we want justice. We want the gas flaring to stop. Not only that, we want the oil companies to stop operation in the Niger Delta.
Yes, sir. Out of mouth.
We are not scientists. We are illiterates, and because of our illiteracy and ignorance, they are taking advantage of most of all this.
Oh, this election. One more rivers to cross. One more rivers to cross. One more river.
We are plaintiffs from various oil producing communities in the Niger Delta River State, and we've been to court. We took the major oil companies and the federal government of Nigeria to court concerning the issue of gas flaring. We have an application at the Federal High Court asking them, seeking for a leave to ask them to put an immediate end to gas flaring in our communities. Okay. We went there today, and because of the vacation, the case has been adjourned to 27th of September.
The oil companies don't come to Niger Delta to develop Niger Delta. They are businessmen. They come here to make their profit and go away. So in my own humble opinion, even it's not a question of just saying we should stop gas flaring. I think this is the first step. We want all these oil companies to stop operation so that, you know, the earth may recycle itself. Because when the wells will dry,
what happens to our land?
Yes. There are many countries in the world that don't produce oil. Yes. But they are doing fine.
The case in Port Harcourt did not move forward. But in neighboring Delta State, in a community called Iverikan, there was a parallel case that belonged to the Federal High Court in Benin City. And here, a courageous judge ordered Shell to stop flaring gas immediately.
Iverikan has been a famous place for me for the last 1 year.
Peter Roderick is a lawyer from London.
It is leading the fight in Nigeria to stop gas flaring.
He works for the Climate Justice Program and has helped to raise funds for these cases.
And your community are fighting to stop it and have won the judgment in the court ahead of any other community. And the world, as a result, knows of you and your fight.
We are host to Shell. We have a land, 5% of the land acquired by Shell that has Otrogo gas plant. We have about 20 oil wells in the land.
These are fishing trap.
And since 1985, when Shell acquired this land, they have been flaring gas to our community. And we have called them many times, talked to them that this thing is affecting us in numerous ways. It's killing our animals, our aquatic life, our fish.
Yeah, it's our land, it's our land. But they are scaring us not to reach here even self. People will be see us now, they will beat us, pushing us.
This now we have eye effect now because of the gas flaring. It's very red. Every one of us is very red because of the frequent pollution, every gas flaring.
The judgment established that gas flaring is illegal in Nigeria. It says Shell's flaring is a gross violation of the people's fundamental right to life and therefore unconstitutional.
Shell have wicked us. They kill us. Kill our land. There's nothing you can plant in the village again no more. We're hungry. Everything is bad.
We are jobless, everything here. So share is a cause for us. We want share to leave we alone.
Tell share to leave the country.
Oil should be a blessing, not cost to our land. But I think it's a cost to our land now. You can see our land now. Nothing to show for it. Is it like that in Netherlands, in England, in the Western world? We are dying here.
Ja, die komt toch weer. Ga net gerust, want ieder dag vergeet de onweer dat hij gisteren zag. Wie je bent, doe wat hij ook doet. Met de lak komt alles weer goed.
Ifea traveled to the Netherlands together with Ataka from Environmental Rights Action. They were to attend Shell's annual general meeting with the company shareholders.
It should be a campaign. Everybody just goes in front of the oil company, strip off their clothes, and pee on their floor. That would be very good. They raise up their dress and show them their breasts. It's a cause. They should see their flat breasts.
And the oil wells will run dry.
Yes, the oil wells will run dry. Yes. See,
The next 3
these
months.
women have used their breasts to breastfeed these
their
children.
that are
And see
dying
what
every
is
day.
happening to the children. They are dying every day. Can you imagine? The gods will curse them, you know.
The judge in Nigeria had set a date for when Shell must present a plan for how they were going to stop flaring.
My question is, the court has ordered... Sorry. Okay, let me get serious. And for you, Shell, to come up with a plan, are you going to present that plan? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I want to hear your views as per the case that is coming up on the 31st of May this month. Will you want to stop gas flares?
Yeah, we fully agree that the flare should stopping, and we are working.
You're
on that.
about to.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now I just come outside to say hello to you and to shake your hand, and I appreciate that you are coming. Okay, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Nigeria.
Yeah, where? Bayelsa State as well.
And my wish is for you people to stop gas flaring. It's dangerous to
No problem. But I come back to that in the meeting. Even in my initial words, I will say already something. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Here I am,
Thank you.
shaking hands with Jerome van der Velde, the CEO of Shell.
We can't gather people wait there for Russia, people wait there for Ireland, people wait there for Philippines, people wait there for South Africa, people wait there for Nigeria. Make all of us gather, go there like one voice. You understand? So, this is not the me. Make I listen to waiting they talk.
I'm the country chair for Nigeria. I'm the MD of Shell. It's the government who made the law. They told us if you sabotage, we cannot pay compensation. You understand what I mean? But you can, of course, we don't listen to that, we still pay. But we pretend we don't pay, we call it loss of livelihood, but we don't, you get what I mean? We still do as companies.
So you think something will be paid to the Roma people?
Yes, obviously, and we...
Nothing this man don't do for us.
What he is saying is wrong.
Yes, obviously.
Because he only wants to buy the Oyibo people to just close our eye. Anything that's for us, for our good, he has not given us anything.
We've cleaned up 75% of it. Of the ones that are less, 80% of that will be done this year.
So that means I say make the shareholders, make them call them, make them whole meeting, call them, talk to them. Even if they go remove themselves, make them remove them for post. Put another person, will go fit help us. Call them, talk to them.
I beg, I won't make phone call.
I'm my man in the house. He won't want it. What will he say though? At the time.
No answer.
But there are areas, of course, where, you know, we haven't had access to go and do the cleanup. That's in Ogień. And as you know, the federal government is trying reconciliation move because the people there don't want us to clean it up until we've resolved our differences.
And he told me that the Shell wants to come into Ogień and clean up Ogień. But Ogień people does not want Shell to come in and clean. So I said, okay, when I come back, I'll hear from the Ogień people mouth too, that is it true?
Shell has never one day in this our community that they are coming to clean and we refuse. They have never. We have been appealing to them to come and do the cleaning. Not talk of damages. They don't even do compensation. They don't.
But I would have thought that if environment is very important, they will let us go clean it up.
I want to survive, but they can't survive. They are dying. Look at it. They are dying because of crude oil. Look at it.
Show it to me.
Look at it. Because of crude oil. Look at it. Because of crude oil. Dying. You see? So we don't know what to do. Somebody will tell you that you don't want to live in an environment that is clean. We are pigs. Even pigs, they nose them. They wash them every morning. But Shell said we like to stay in dirty prey and environment, which is not to be cleaned. Is that possible? Look at all this.
Because it's
There's this ruling in Benin by a judge that Shell should come up with a detailed plan on how they are going to stop gas flare April 2000.
the plan exists with the federal government.
So is Shell going to present it on the 31st of May this year?
Yeah, I haven't, I don't know what, we have a plan.
He's just protecting his company. He's getting home money. He's just protecting his job, protecting the company. He knows what is happening. But because he wants to remain in position, he still wants to lose his job, so he's just protecting his own job. He knows what is happening.
I don't know if you know, just like anybody in Nigeria, when you send a budget to government, they never approve the budget. They always approve. They cut it. Really, it's not... if you deal with corruption, then you would have dealt with a lot of things. And unfortunately, I know the federal government is trying to deal with corruption from the top level, but we need to deal with it from the bottom.
Or you say the government is corrupt and you are doing the oil. We stop them until they correct the corruption before they will start.
He said that the cleanup spill they paid for lively. He has not done it. But since he's saying this, maybe it means good intention, we don't know. We'll give him the benefit of that. So because I see Omunye as a very innocent, very nice, willing person to discuss, I can't just start pushing him to the wall that he has lied here. I don't know the reasons why he said so. We'll go there, he will show us the plan, and we will discuss.
Okay, please can you make it short? Ask your question.
Video cameras were not allowed in the meeting, so the question section had to be recorded in secret.
I ask you to listen to these people. We have been waiting for a long time. There's people in row who would like to speak, so can we please speak?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, you said that before. Sorry.
My name is Ife Lot. I'm from Bayelsa State. A High Court judge had a ruling that Shell should present a plan on how they are going to stop gas flare. We want to know if you are going to present this plan.
Would we make a commitment to get the flares out by April 2007, and a reference to the Nigerian High Court motion with regard to that? And just for clarification, there are still legal proceedings going ahead in which we've appealed to the Court of Appeal, where there is already an application in with regard to a stay of execution on that ruling.
He was trying to put the blame back to government.
The reason why we've not been able to go faster is essentially because the funding for the joint venture has not been made available by the government over time. And I understand that. They have many pressing other priorities for the use of their funds.
The duty of ending gas flaring is squarely on the company flaring the gas, e.g. Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria. It is not the federal government. It is not. The federal government has done its own part by making that law outlawing gas flaring in Nigeria.
But we are on track to complete all of the flares out by 2009, and we're all committed to wanting to do that as fast as possible.
It's no more a political issue.
Right to leave, yes.
It's no more at their own discretion. Take step whenever you think you can. No, it's now a mandatory obligation. You have to do it. It is a necessity. It's a law. It's a right.
Yes.
And a duty.
You decided to deal in a country like Nigeria. You know what the government is like, that they will never give you the money to end actually gas flaring. So I suggest that Shell takes its own responsibility, and if you can't handle that, then don't do business in Nigeria.
It is a classical example of lawlessness. We have a judgment at hand which declared that gas flaring is illegal, it's unconstitutional, it's a violation of right to life and dignity of human person, and also asked Shell to stop further flaring of gas. That judgment is still valid, it's still subsisting, it has not been set aside even by this court.
Shell are only allowed to continue on the basis that they submit to the court their detailed plan for phasing
exactly.
out. And they failed to do that.
They have failed to do that. So there is no excuse whatsoever why they should continue to flare gas.
Yeah, well, we've had a fantastic judgment in the court in Benin City, holding Shell liable for human rights violations and requiring them to stop. And that is quite a remarkable thing. And when you see Shell's business principles about complying with the law in the countries in which they operate, how dare they say that? It's complete nonsense, and it's shameful that they behave like this when a court in Nigeria tells them that they must stop gas flaring. It is absolutely disgraceful. And the great thing is that there are many communities around the Niger Delta who now have sufficient self-respect and courage to stand up to the companies and say that we're not prepared to put up with this kind of behavior from you any longer. It's gone on for over 40 years, and enough is enough.
In fact, Shell is above the law in Nigeria. The government has said 2008 is the deadline. Other multinational corporations have said, okay, we'll do everything possible to meet up with that target date. It's only Shell that have said, look, we will not be able to do this. We will only manage to see if we can do that by the end of 2009, which is a possibility. And this means that come 2009, they will tell you that they were unable. So they can set their own date, maybe to 2020 or 2010 or whatever.
2050.
The city of crude oil, land where the milk and the honey flows. The glory of Nigeria, the pride of Africa. They were living in the dark. They've been living in this.
The main reason why I came back to redo this video with communities because of what happened at The Hague. I was there, I asked them questions, and they were blaming my federal government, accusing us of being corrupt. My problem is that if my government is so corrupt, why do you do business with my government?
No water.
They have a responsibility to clean up the environment which they damage. And that is why communities keep pointing at them. They are the people they know. They are the people they see. Have I seen government pipe leaking? No. But I have seen Shell pipe leaking.
Those directors, all these big men, the way they do all this oil well, make them come to Bayelsa State, come stand near the place where the gas, the flame, they come out. Make them just stand small near the oil.
Abject poverty, pollution everywhere, subjection, intimidation. How can they do this to you?
People to dig